Welcome to the show. Welcome to happy hour. It's always happy hour, right? Whenever, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere, we're going to make a Tom Collins today. And I'm excited because I've actually never had one. As classic and as simple as this cocktail is, and as many variations that there are, which to be honest with you, sometimes like a Juan Collins is tequila and lime juice. This is gin and lemon juice and a sweetener. Isn't that just a margarita, basically? I don't know. Color me crazy. But Tom Collins, it is a classic among the classics. Super simple to make. You're not going to need any special ingredients. You may even have all of this stuff already at home. If you like gin, we're going to use a Spanish dry gin. I'm going to use the Rivas 1880 Spanish distilled gin, but it calls for like a London dry gin. And part of the history of this drink, or the mystique, if you will, is again its origin. There's always complaints. There's always fighting and bickering over where it actually came from. There was a guy named John Collins, a bartender in London, and he is said to have created this drink, maybe. But when he started using Old Tom gin, which is another legendary classic gin, um, people just started calling it the Tom Collins instead of the John Collins. But then there's a Jim Collins that gets muddled in there somehow, and stories and whatever. But the very first time it was ever, of course, I forgot to get the ice already, so that's going to be a little loud for you. 1876, the very first person that may have made it, his name was Jerry Thomas, and he was said to be the father of American mixology. So you can't go wrong with that. Let me get my had a little accident with the freezer. I don't know. I didn't close it all the way, or something ruined the seal. So I don't know. I've got all sorts of frozen over things that aren't supposed to be frozen and frosted over. But really simple drink to make in 1882. So let's see. John Collins was a bartender, like I said, back in the day in merry old England. And then in 1876, the father of American mixology, Jerry Thomas, he was the one that supposedly maybe, I don't know, gave it the name and really started to create the recipe. But the very first time that we see it in print is in 1882, Harry Johnson's new and improved bartender book. It is not in my 1930s edition reprint of Harry Craddock and the Savoy cocktail book, you would think, but it's not. 1882, the new and improved bartender's manual, or how to mix drinks of the present style. There's a mouthful for you. But it's been popular for decades. It did kind of fall out, really maybe even around the time of Prohibition, and then afterwards gained in popularity again. But by then, the actual origins of this cocktail were lost. So I am going to build it in the glass one at a time. Because maybe somebody else recommended, Dave recommends that I shake it. We're not supposed to shake gin, right? And I'm going to use, because I thought I had lemon juice fresh to squeeze, but it was actually lime juice. The lemon juice is frozen as a rock. So I'm going to use my Master Mixes lemon juice. Super good. It is never concentrated, no sugar added, simply squeeze. Cocktail Essentials. It is single press juice, and it's great. The stuff that I got at Costco in the big glass bottles, not as good. I'm also going to use, instead of regular simple syrup, oh, I guess this is regular simple syrup. I thought this was the light one. I like the light one from Master of Mixes. You know, fewer calories. And this is just a nice, really light drink. So I'm told. Again, I haven't had one yet. And club soda. I could also use this, which is just supposed to be more viscous, shall we say. It's gum syrup. I got this on Amazon, Liber & Co. It's just supposed to incorporate a lot more easily. But whatever, since I dropped this and the little spout has come off, we're going to use that. And the classic recipe actually does call for a straw. And once upon a time, impulse purchase, I got me some nice reusable straws, metal, whatever. So we're going to get our garnishes ready here first. It's really, again, very simple. We just need a lemon for the garnish. We don't even need to juice said lemon if we don't want to. Okay, so let's see. 2 ounces of dry gin made with botanicals. Yummy, yummy. Juniper berries and whatnot. Where's my jigger? Here we go. I'm going to pour it over the ice. And then I am going to mix it up. I'm not going to shake the first one, maybe the second one. So let's see. What did it say? 2 ounces. I know this side of the jigger is 1.5. So let me just do a little bit more here. Oh, God. I'm spilling. Okay. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Let's see who's here. Who's bellied up to the bar. Yes. See, I do too, Ian. That's why I really think I like doing this. Hey, watching from Florida. How are things in my home away from home? Lemon juice. Again, we're going to use this. You have to refrigerate it after you open it. But if you have to use store-bought, go with Master of Mixes. It's good. Let's see. 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice. So I'm going to use this side of the jigger. Pardon the wardrobe malfunction. I'm wearing a midriff shirt. Don't really have the midriff for it right now, but what are you going to do? It's been a pandemic. And then, what did I say? The simple syrup. I believe that's 1/2 ounce of the syrup. Whoops. Okay. Let me just do a proper 1/2 ounce. Okay. And then we're just going to, I guess part of the trick too was you poured in the fizz, the club soda, but you didn't want to have it spill over, have the bubbles spill over. But I'm going to just, let's see, top it with this. How easy is that? And this is the thing I like about this recipe too, is that you could so easily make a big old batch of these because nobody wants to be like trapped in the kitchen, you know? Okay, let's get that nice and cold because most of the ingredients were not in the fridge. And then I'm just going to garnish. It's just really kind of like a spiked fizzy lemonade, which sounds good on a hot day, doesn't it? And then I've got some maraschino cherries from Star with stems. Ooh, the fancy ones. Okay, and then we'll talk about some of the variations after we try this. Again, I would never lie to you. I've never had a Tom Collins. Let's see, I think I want to do it this way. Make it look pretty, make it look nice. I've seen some pictures, and let me work magic. I don't have any of the good. There we go. That looks good to me. There. I like it. Let's just get all the sticky stuff off my hands. Well, that sounded weird. Okay, let me get a straw because that'll be a lot easier to. I think you know how they have like these bags and then the zippers break? Is it a zippered bag? Yeah, oh, no, never mind. Come here often. Life. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. Cheers. Cheers to the Tom Collins and its history. Yes, that's good. That is good. Adult lemonade. I'm all about it. Yum. No special tools. You can build it right in the glass. Your friends can mix it up with these metal straws. Although you could chip a tooth on this if you're not careful. If I'm not careful. Yeah, that is just honestly so refreshing. I have so many people in my life that they say they don't like gin or they're not allowed to drink it anymore. That's a different story. But they say they don't like gin. Like my sister, she would love this. It's so good. I think that people have just had, like I, in the past, have had some really poorly made cocktails because this is delicious. Of course, it always matters what ingredients you use, but I mean, it is called a Collins glass, technically. I mean, mine are a little wonky shape. They're a little lower at the bottom, but it got its name from this cocktail. But you can make any drink in a Collins glass, really, that calls for ice and a tall drink of water. I love this. That's good. Those go down real easy, but I'll have to try one at a bar because, like I said, it's just sometimes it's not the same. But at least with this drink, you have a control. They probably do use Master of Mixes. You have control over what gin they're putting in there. So if they're gonna hit you with something that's nasty, don't do it, or ask for something that you know is great, like Rita's, or maybe like Beefeaters, or I had another one once that was really my first gin cocktail that I liked. It was just a gin and tonic, but they were Spaniards. Spaniards and the British love their G&Ts, but it was just a floral gin. And I want to say it was called something like flower or I don't know. I've never been able to find it since. And all they did was put some organic tonic in there with quinine, and they got it like at Whole Foods or something like that. So they got the market brand, not the brand of tonic water, and then or they used Fever Tree. That's a great brand of sodas and waters, tonic waters and soda waters, and even some ginger ale, I do believe. And then they just put some frozen berries in there, blackberries and raspberries. It was so good. But again, up until then, I'd never had a gin cocktail that I liked. So I highly recommend. It is delicious. Hi, Al. How are you? Hi, Leanne. How are you? We're drinking these Tom Collins, and I'm now a fan, big fan. Mm. But I mean, you can make a variation of this cocktail, like I said, the Juan Collins. I love that. It's just tequila and lime juice. I thought about it because I do have. I don't know. I got plenty of tequila from last week, and I have some fresh squeezed lime juice that I didn't use last week. Shame on me. I should have finished that up, but I was out of town. And then you just use a little simple syrup and soda water. So I guess that's the difference between that and a margarita. You wouldn't put soda water in a margarita, but you would for a Juan Collins, Tom Collins. There's the Summer Collins, which sounds really good too if you're really lazy or just not in the mood. You can just mix lemonade, store-bought lemonade with gin, and there you go. That's your Summer Collins. Let's see, a vodka Collins. Obviously, you just put vodka if you prefer instead of this. And again, if you can find the light, simple syrup that Master of Mixes sells, go for it. Or any other variety. It's probably going to be in your liquor store versus the store shelves at the grocery store. They usually just carry the basics, like the lime juice, the lemon juice, and the regular simple syrup. And then let's see, the rum Collins, obviously, light rum. And I guess you could probably use lemon or lime juice, whatever you prefer. And there you go. It's a classic. Gin, lemon juice, soda water, and some simple syrup over ice. You can make your own simple syrup too. Super easy and just, quadruple or whatever the recipe. If you're making it for a crowd this weekend, because it's going to get hot here in Southern California this weekend finally, although we've got some wildfires raging. And though he will probably never see this, today is my dad's 83rd birthday. So happy birthday, Dad. I just got off the phone with him when I was on my way home. And I said, 83 and going strong. He's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. But, it is amazing. It's amazing. So happy birthday, Dad. And thank you for watching, y'all. Not sure what we're going to do next week. We can always mix it up, too, and do something like Jell-O shots or I don't know. I'm not sure what. I'm going to be on vacation again starting June 1st. But until then, I'm more than willing and open to suggestions about what kind of cocktail we should make. And, hey, and, maybe I'll start having guests again on the show. What do you think? I will, just as a sidebar, these metal straws are kind of dangerous. I've already hit my tooth a couple of times for kids and adults. I don't know, buyer beware, I guess, because I can very easily go, I can't see anything with the glasses on, can't see anything with the glasses off. And I like my tooth. So I'm going to try to keep them all and drink my Tom Collins and I don't know, probably make another one. It's super, like I said, refreshing. It doesn't taste like booze forward. It's very delicate. It's delicious. I understand why people love this cocktail, and it's a classic. So again, the recipe is posted earlier, but I will post it again in the comments, you guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers to the weekend ahead and to health, happiness, and, paying those bills. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Bye.